Hello everybody. Let me turn on my light. Make sure everything is working well. And I'm going to move my mouse and everything because I'm spackling and I don't want nothing to get in my way. Okay, there we go. Awesome. So, we're going to use a couple different things for our spackling. We're going to make a white one and we're going to do a blue one with a little white mixed in, and I used apple barrel white, acrylic white, matte white. I want more white than I want of the blue. And I put spackling and acrylic together so I don't have, it just brightens up the white of the spackling. And I want to make sure I have some paper towels handy because I can make a mess. Don't take me long. So I'm just prepping while everyone's jumping on. Hello, hello. Say hi when you're here. Now I'm using the Dollar Tree stencils. It says, whoops, I have it upside down. Let it snow, and some snowflakes. And we are using also, like I said, the acrylic paint. We're using spackling. And I'm using this board here. It's supposed to be 4 certificates. It's 12 by 16. And I'm going to move my glitter and my scissors out of the way. I thought I was more prepared than this. Just need a little more space. All right, so we're going to start with this. We're going to mix our paints first. And I just use sticks of any sort. Oh, come back here. Sticks are running away. And on the first one here, I'm just going to add a little bit of blue and we're going to mix it. No big deal. Right? Tip it down just a bit. There you go. Hello, hello. Say hi when you're here. And we're going to mix this up. Make sure it's not over blue. That's pretty blue. But we want it darker than the snow. I'm just mixing it up. I might add a little bit more. I want it a little bit darker than that, but let's get it mixed in first before we add spackling to it. Can you see it there? I think it needs to be a little bit more bluer. I lost my spatulas, guys. I think the last event that I did, what I did with spackling, I think my tools got tossed out. So I just added a couple more drops. And this is just paint and paint, 2 paints. I want it blue, but not over. I don't want it as dark as the blue that's there, just blue. I'm gonna make sure I get everything covered that is there. There we go. See, so it's a nicer blue. I hope you can see that. Now I'm gonna just turn my plate and make sure I got all this extra darker blue over here. Mixed in so it doesn't look takes a bit to mix it. I think that's could be actually just a tad darker. Let's just do one more drop. 3 drops. Now this is just prepping. There's no spackling in this yet. There will be. But we're just mixing the paint. Say hello if you're here. I'd love to chat with you. I gotta use up my spackling before it dries out. Alright, so that's looking a little bit better. You can see, I can see the difference now in the camera, so I know it's, when it dries, it's going to be a little bit lighter, of course, but it will be light enough to be able to see over the white. I think I can tell the difference. I can hear. I don't want to go as dark as that. So we're going to let that sit for just a minute and just relax. In fact, I'm going to move it. Safe spot. We're going to add spackling to that. Now we're going to add spackling to this white, and we're going to probably need, well, I think this should be enough. I'm going to stir up my spackling because it's been sitting a little bit. And see how stiff it is? It's not quite dry, just needs to be mixed. And I'm using just a popsicle stick to mix. Now, spackling isn't for everybody, I get it. Spackling's kind of hard. But it's fun to do. If you like to mix and match and smash and swirl, all that kind of stuff. See how much nicer it is there? I'm trying to do it towards you. Does take hand muscle, especially when you have a bigger container like this. I like to have the smaller ones, but some gal bought this big one because that was all that was there when I wanted spackling. I had a few holes to fill. All right, so that looks pretty well mixed. So we're going to take a hunk and we're going to mix it right into this one. Gotta move my scissors so they don't get smacked. All right, and then I'm just going to mix the white in with the spackling. Now usually I use a bowl, but a lot of people said they couldn't see it. So I started with a small amount, and you can see how it just kind of like blended right in like soup. See that? We're going to add a little bit more in just a second. See how it became soup? It's a little harder to mix in a plate, but it's going to work. Hey, and you don't wash this into your sink, guys. Just throw it away. I'm using a plasticware. I'm using stuff that's not going to be in our way. Now, before I add more spackling, I'm going to show you what we're going to do to our board. We're going to prep our board. And prepping is just taking the spackling and moving it around and prepping our board, getting that board smooth, covering up any blemishes. Now we'll probably make more. This is just prepping. So when we put our stencil on, we use stencils, not transfers. Transfers is for a different kind of a material. As you can see, I'm just kind of like smearing it around. thin coat. This is prepping. This is nothing more than prepping, guys. This isn't the picture. Trying to make sure every little space is covered. Even if it dries, guys, it's going to be fine. I need just a little bit more here. Making sure there's no divots and davits and all that stuff. Make it smooth as you can get it. And if you see a little blemish, go over it again. A lot of spackling pictures get ruined because they're not prepped. And I made this very thin so it can easily slide over. Yep, I got something there. Hold on. Something showed up there. Maybe the eyelash that I've been fighting for the last hour. Now right in the middle here, it doesn't want to cover. And you can leave little lines on it. It's all right. As long as it's pretty well, your sheet is covered. There's another piece. Not sure where it's coming from. All right, I'm gonna turn it around because this side is real well, but this side looks funny. Not to my specifications. Now there's lines on here. That's all right. We're not going to worry about those lines. You can scrape them out if you like. Just takes a little more time. Scrape off your edges. Like so. All right, so now my board is pretty well prepped. I'm going to keep all the paste and paste together. All right, see how smooth this is? It's pretty nice. I'm going to make it just a little bit thicker while this sets up just a little bit. No one's chatting, they're all watching. That's cool. That's all right too. Now you don't want spackling to be runny, so you're going to have to add spackling. Now for my board it was okay because now it's ready, and it's fairly smooth. It has some divots and it has some high rises, but it still works very well. I don't want to touch my computer. Now I'm going to add a little more spackling to this white. I didn't give myself enough room, I guess. Sorry. We'll go this way. This side I can't move. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to grab my spackling. Grab my other clean one. I'm going to take a scoop. And we're going to add that to our white. And I add from the same side, scrape it till it's clean. And then take the one that you were messed up with, scrape that off. And that's where you're going to start to blend. Now we'll be adding more in just a second. You get very dirty from this, guys. Just know that. That's why a lot of people don't do spackle, because we get very dirty. Now this is almost exactly what I want, but I think we'll add just a little bit more spackle. Again, I'm moving it towards the front here to be able to scoop in a second set. Like that much more. And I scraped it pretty clean other than my fingers. I'm just mixing it in slowly, like butter. This is prepping, guys. This is getting our spackle to the right consistency. These are going to make our snowflakes for Let It Snow. And that looks really good. That is what you want, where it's kind of like meringue, just kind of stiff but not stiff. Super cool. All right, that should be plenty for this whole picture. Keeping it all in the center. All right. Let that sit there. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. This one's probably not going to be as much. Now this is the first mix, because this was just paint. So we're starting small. Just mixing it in, getting it kind of to fill out the paint. That's a pretty blue. Darker than a sky blue, but close to sky blue. Okay, now you see how it got soupy? So we're ready for more spackling. Again, I'm going from the same side, switching. No, I moved it right to the center. I shouldn't have done that. So I moved it back, mixing it in. You have to be gentle with it. You don't want air bubbles popping. And I got a few air bubbles. Okay, so that's looking good. I think just a little bit more. I have a couple orders for my, hi Trisha Ann, thank you. How are you? Glad to see you here. Okay, this is more than enough spackling. Now see how it got to be kind of like meringue-ish? I'm so hungry for meringue. I shouldn't be making this. I even looked it up today. I was hungry for it. Okay. So now we got this one. This blue is all ready, but it will be our last color to do. Looks like it's going to hold its form. All right, I'm just going to set this right back down here. And I am going to wipe my hand off. See how dirty you get, guys? You get dirty. All right. Now, before we go any farther, if you want to add sparkle, and I think I have my dust right here. Yes, I do. Wonderful. I am going to add diamond dust to my spackling because I want it to sparkle. Now, use generously. Like so until it sparkles, and then you're going to mix that in. Now, will all of it sparkle? Maybe a little bit. Might have to add some later. But whatever, when it dries, whatever shows through will be probably just enough. I'm going to add a little bit more. Because I think I can see it, but I won't be adding it to the blue, just the white. I just missed. Did you see that? I missed. So you want, if you know, you don't have to do this, you can just do it afterwards, but it's much harder to do afterwards. There we go. So I can see the sparkle in it. It's not going to be overpowering. I didn't want it to be overpowering. I just want it mixed in. So when I scrape it, you will see some sparkles in the snowflakes. Now this is just almost dry. It's still moist. So we're going to get started. This is ready to go. And I keep losing my napkins. And this is shimmering diamond dust, not, it's more the powder dust sprinkles than the actual diamond dust. I think it's like a generic one, but hey, it's working. Okay, so I'm going to drop my edge here down. I'm not going to worry about that little bit of blue I just put in there. It's all right. Just taking it off the edge and pushing it down. If the top dries, that's okay. A little water and it'll come right back. And we'll just mix that little bit in. And I throw away that. And I have enough to do my spring picture pretty soon. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. That one's ready. Okay, so we have our, hopefully you can see it, sparkling dust spackling. It is ready to go. And I cut off my corners of my thing. It's just a little bit easier. I don't like to use, some people have asked why I don't use my little spackling or scrapers from my transfers, and it's because I don't want to mix the two. Because spackling, I throw it out, guys. I don't keep, you know, I use sticks. Sticks and old credit cards. Now, this is going to go kind of like here, and then the other snowflakes are going to go around it. And we have these snowflakes here. So, And the sides, now this is the difference between a transfer. A transfer for Chocolate or Mongolia, they have a screen here. You would not be able to put your hand through here. That's the difference. This is a stencil. And let's see, what way do I want it first? I want it right to the corner. Now my thing is still, it's still wet. I'm going to take my spackling and put some down. Now, just like you do with Chocolate or Mongolia, you're going to scrape it off. But we're going to leave enough for when you pick the transfer up, and you got to do that, like, and I mean your stencil up. You have to do that really carefully. That might need a little more. So let's start with the first flower. Snowflake. Gosh, guys, my mind is in. Now, depending on how thick you make it, I make it where you can't see it at all, because I want it high-rised. Now, my background don't have the shimmer on it. And I'll show you here in just a moment. You won't be able to see. Oh, I got something on there. And again, find a spot, wipe that off. You want to make sure you have it neatly covered. And the bigger the area, friends, the harder that area is. I gotta turn this just a bit. Good thing I have some protective clothes on. I do recommend that. I'm making sure everything is covered, and if it doesn't, grab some more and cover it, because when you lift it off, you can't really just put it back on. It doesn't quite work like you do on that bubble here. Perfect. So I scraped off quite a bit. Here's one side. Can't say I like this stick. I'm going to grab a different stick. I'm going to use one that I didn't cut the ends off. Something's on that one stick. All right. Now we're going to slowly lift this up. Swap that. Let me hold this up so you can see. And with being white, you might not be able to see the snowflakes. I think you can see a little bit. There you go. They're sparkling a little bit down here in the corner. I'm trying to get this light to hit it just right. Can you see them, Trisha? Super cute. Now I'm going to do some more over on this side. think I'm going to turn it just a bit. Now, I didn't clean it, so it's going to be working just the same way. I'm going to put it on just like I'm putting peanut butter on a piece of bread. I didn't wash it off. First coat was like a treat. Just like I treated this board, I treated the spackling of my canvas or my stencil. And that's one thing nice about some transfer or stencils. You can hold on. There we go. You want to make sure you can't see, like, no ridges, no pokes, no holes, nothing. You want it like smooth as pancake. As best you can. And if it gets a little too stiff for you, just add a little water to it. There we go. I have a little ridge there, so let me fix that. Okay, let me re-clean my brush off. Okay, and then slowly lift it off. Oh, that's beautiful. Now you'll be able to sand this in a little while, but maybe now you can see how it's starting to show. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it? Oh, wonderful. Now up here I have like a little flat little thing. I just ran my finger over the edge, and it certainly showed up very nicely. All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side now. Doing the same thing, snowflakes everywhere, and then we'll put Let It Snow right here in the center, all spackling. Again, the back side is clean. The front side is prepped. So I got to turn this around. And let's see, I kind of want it to go, I want them close together but not on top of each other. I think I can angle it. Again, I'm using just the white. And a plateful usually does a full canvas plus. Okay, now I'm going to spread my spackle butter. You're staying just above your stencil. I'm going to scoop some of that off. forgot I didn't go, I forgot this edge, guys. I almost dumped it onto my lap. I have to go the other direction. This is just sparkling like galore. It's really pretty. Making a mess here. Now by keeping it in the center like this, it is keeping it where it's not drying out. None of this is drying out. It will take a good day, day and a half to dry completely, and up to a week before I can ship it out to any of you. Alright, now I'm just gonna go back and smooth out my put it all over me. My edges, making sure there's no lines, no bubbles. Guys, I could do this for hours. Create pictures. It's so fascinating. So satisfying. Fascinating, satisfying, whatever you like to call it. You do get dirty though. It's beautiful, thank you. Okay, I see a few lines here though. Goodness sakes. Snowflakes don't look good with lines in them. I'm just adding a little bit more to, I had an air bubble there. That's why I was getting all these crazy lines. There, popped it. Okay. Lift slowly. Super cool. Now I gotta wipe this off because it went on to the other side just a little bit. Wipe off my corner. Sit there for a second. Get out there. So super, super cute. Now you can probably start seeing how it's like spackled all over. We have just this one corner to do yet. Spackling is so fun, guys. It really is. Now I'm going to just leave that on and just be super careful. I'm going to use the smaller snowflakes in the corner instead of that big one. Because we have the Let It Snow. That's going to come on as well. So that has snowflakes Not as pretty as these, but I'm going to scrape this off like as clean as I can get it. And I go right up, if it's on the edge here, I make sure you cover that. So pretty. And I left gaps between the snowflakes. Okay. Sweet. All right. When you do spackling, friends, the reason you want it like butter, like this is what you call butter. It's nice and smooth. It's because you want it to be high-rised from your canvas. Got a straight line here. We're going to just take that out. Just saw it. So when I lift this up, I will actually have an item on my, to be able to see. Now here, the whole canvas is done. Hope you can see it. Very beautiful. Hi, Becky. All right, now we're going to go into the blue, so I'm going to switch boards. I'm going to check it out. Kind of hardened on me a little bit. Didn't have to do that yet. Now this is a blue. Again, it's just spackling. I'm just going to mix it for it's not so crisp. Super cute. I love it. And it's sparkling, guys. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. Let's see. I can't tell the... It's super cool. But it's sparkling. I even got a black thing here. So typical. I have a dirty snowflake. I don't know where that's coming from. But obviously I don't have it. Alright, so now we're going to do Let It Snow. There it is. And we're going to turn it my direction so I can see. And we're going to just kind of like lay it right over what we have. It looks fairly centered. Again, we're doing it exactly the same way, just be more careful and don't press. Don't press at all. This could have been a little bit thicker, but we're gonna use it. I'm not pressing, I'm just spreading my butter. Try not to hit that other, oops, I did. Don't do that. Make you mad. Oh. Did it twice. I'll have to do a little fixing there. I'll show you how to do that. Again, I don't want no bumps, no holes. Clean this one off. Again, I'm not pressing. Just gliding it. Just scraping off the edge. All right, lift it up very slowly. Now there's a piece of black there. Now I'll probably have to touch this up, the little white spots. I'm just gonna fix that snowflake a little bit. Super cool. I'm using my nail as my cleaner here to give that more of a snowflake look. And look at that. You see it? Super cool, super fun. Now this is going to have to dry for a good 24 hours, maybe even longer. And I will have to take a little white brush and go over these areas once it's dry. Just taking off a piece of black. I don't know where this black stuff is coming from. But it's super, super pretty. I think that's really pretty. I think I even have it straight. Surprise! Now it could have been darker, guys, but I wanted it light. Now you can take your sprinkle just lightly over the blue. I'm just lightly sprinkling. Not really worried about it being too glistenery. And I'm just going to take it, pop it, and now you have just that little bit of glitter over those letters. Super cute. Looks great to me. Really like doing this. This is just fun stuff, guys. Now, I was hoping I had another canvas here. No, that's not canvas. because I have some stuff to use up, so. All right, you have to go somewhere safe. Way out of my way. So this time I'm gonna do let it snow right here. I gotta use this up, guys. I have no more containers, so. And just like butter, these look very nice in window frames, sunk in windows, things like that. Now this is just a piece of, what do you call this? Construction paper, poster construction paper, what is that called? Cardstock. That's the word I'm looking for. Try not to hit the edging. Again, as smooth as you can go. Clean off your spatula or whatever you're using. Credit cards work really well, except for mine aren't full yet, so I can't can't use them. I gotta spend some more money on them. When they're full, guys, then I use my credit cards, and then I order new ones. But I don't tell my credit card company that. True story, too. Oh, I forgot to wipe off the back. So this has some snow already mixed in with it. That's kind of cool. See if I can add a snowflake here. This is very heavily coated. You gotta swap maybe. Gotta swap. That looks really cool. I love it. So now I can't use that snowflake because it hit the blue. So we're just going to put one right here. So when you have that, you just make your own little line. Make a zigzag. And paper curls up so fast, guys. It really does. I don't have no clean finger. And I have nothing to wash my hands off with. But look how cute that is. Even with that little extra blue. And this is just cardstock. Tomorrow I won't be able to bend it. You're going to sit up there. I'm going to grab another transfer, or stencil. This one's super pretty. I really like that. Because I got to use up my my paste here. Those ones are full. Ah, I'm out of space here. All right, let me grab another stencil. Hang in there, guys. I'm coming. Just gotta get down a little deeper. All right. And this is pretty much good to go, like to go sit somewhere and just sit. It's damp, of course, but you can be pretty safe to put it somewhere, you know, and look at it. It's not going to drip or drop or anything like that. Rainbow spackling is more what I call cement. Pretty much cement. So I have these two little items here. This one says believe. Do I have it the right way? There. And it has a little hat. And then I have the truck. Now this truck has been used. And it has, I don't know. I don't remember using it. But obviously I did, because there's tape and everything all over it. So we're going to lay it down this way and put believe. We'll do the truck down here. I'm just going right over that tape. And believe up here. We'll do the believe in white and the truck in blue. That should be cute. Maybe I could turn the truck this way. It won't matter. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Set that there. We'll do the truck in blue first. Blue is like soupy. I am going to add a little to it. Just because it is so soupy. Start with a small area and then work into your spackling with your paints. You like this, Trisha Ann? It's kind of fun, guys. You do get really dirty, though. Let's see, it's a little bit. No, I got more paste. Oh, wow. Okay, blue truck. Now, on my stencil here, it has a high lift, so I know I have to go with the grain with that. And then this one here lifts up as well. So everything has to go this direction. Otherwise, if you go this way, it's going to pull it up and it's going to, all your paste will go underneath. And that's what's really hard about spackling with stencils. Move that over. That looks good. And everything's going to be blue. This guy likes his blue truck. Blue presents. Blue windows. He's going to be blue. And I'm just showing you how I'm just going over it. Again, not moving that stencil whatsoever. Just covering it. You just plain covering it. It's a little bit different than, try not to lift it. Now I'm just bringing that a little bit lower because paper is a little bit non-forgiving as like a canvas or a board. You can push a little harder on a board, but you can't push on paper. You'll rip it. And then when you lift it off, of course, you're going to lift this way, and hopefully I did lift it, guys, and I didn't want to, but I did. Sweet. Look how nice this truck came out. Now it does have a little air hole and it just popped, so I'm going to just try to smooth that out. There we go. And then tomorrow I'll sand it just a little bit to make it nice and, oh, I have 2 papers here. Well, good. All right, now we're going to use the word believe. We're going to do that one in white. Again, I am not going to check to see which way. Now it goes that way, so I'm going to turn it my direction. I have 2 things. 2 directions here, guys. Let me show you. Now this letter here lifts up, so I have to come this way. And the V needs to go that way. All right. So here we go. So we're going this way first, and over the V we'll go down that way. So let's do the V first. I got my paste on the wrong side. And then let's do this L, needs to come this way. If you do your problem childs first, you're not going to have much of an issue. This was perfectly made. Perfect. Be careful not to mess up your V. Did you see that? So. Paper does not forgive like a board. Which way is this B going? There. If you go the direction of the your stencil, you won't have issues. can always sand it the next day to some degree. Not sure if I got that little debit. Now I did get this edge a little bit. It's just a little frosty, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And look how cute. Isn't that adorable? Not a whole lot you can do if you hit the paper, but it's super fun. Just look at that. That's cute. Very, very fun. I ran out of space again. All right, I have one more piece of paper. Might as well use it since I have all this stuff. And it dries pretty fast, guys, on your hands, so you don't have so much to worry about. We're going to use this Believe again. And I'm going to try to wipe off this glue that I have on it. That's from the bee. Stop it. And this time I think I'm going to do Believe right in the center here, even if it's not straight. And then maybe we'll use those snowflakes. Anybody see where my paper towels went? I had a whole, I made sure I had like a whole bunch. Again, we're going to do this in white. Oh, well, let's do it in blue and put the white snowflakes. Okay, so the V goes this way, L goes that way, and B goes that way. It's a three-way stencil. So we're going to work with the V first. V goes down. L goes up. V goes down. L goes up. I gotta tell myself, guys, it's terrible. B comes across. Now this is going to be a multi blue and white. That goes the other direction. Did you see how it lifted? It tells you right away when you screw up. But it's workable. Oh, that's pretty. Let me grab my snowflake hit the blue. I see. It's blue and white combined. There's a little bit of blue and a little bit of white, but it's pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can wipe off some of my blue on this. I need 1,000 hands. go. I bet the recycling company just loves me. I go through so much paper towels. Now I'm just wiping this off so I can reuse it. Now, friends, to wash these off, you're going to wipe them off first. And then you're going to wash them before you put them in your sink. You don't want any of this in your drain. None of it. You will clog up your drain, and then you'll have my brother over at your house screaming at you. You did something crazy like that. He yells at me all the time. You clogged the drain. Foot sparkling. I love him. And I always say, okay, I'll be good. Let's see, I want this nice big snowflake right down here in this corner. I'm just doing the big snowflake. Hopefully I don't mess it up. My brother would never yell at you guys. He don't even yell at me. But he does tell me not to put things down the drain. He don't like cleaning my drains. I don't blame him. Okay, so I got this nice snowflake here. Don't you dare lift up. Let me smooth it out. See if I can put a little snowflake right here. I'm almost out of my white. Nice. Got a little bit of blue here. Darn. Well, we got plenty of blue. Oh, let's just do a blue one right there and cover that up. It's getting hard to do it one-handed here. Give it a blue snowflake. We're just out, just using it up. That one I bumped. See? It's a very light blue, so it's not going to be too bad. I'll do this big one here and these three up here with the blue, just to use it up. Sure you have no bubbles. Go to the direction that your stencil allows the snowflakes. You go in towards the center, of course. Once it's all on, then you can see it lifted there. I probably messed that up. And that does happen. We're just going to lift it and see what happened. Something happened. Not too bad. How cute that is. It's so fun, guys. Now it has my little fingerprints and stuff. I just keep going until I try to hide all that stuff. You could add sparkling Mod Podge in between to cover up your fingerprints. This whole thing will be tossed away. I'm out of paper now. Let me see if I can do another little snowflake in the corner. Where's my fingerprint? Make sure my fingerprint is there. That one's kind of smeared a little, not too bad. Just trying to use this up. Well, that one bubbled on me. But when it bubbles, just take your finger and make it into your own little snowflake. Had an air bubble there. Just had to have that. I lost my paper. Oh, my paper towels rolled away. Well, here you go, guys. I'll use this one. So now you have your picture like this, all right? Now you can see where I had my fingerprints and all those kind of things. So I take my sparkling Mod Podge, sparkle, sparkle, or glitter, glitter, whichever you like to use. Grab any kind of brush. I try to go with the softest ones, but they've already been used. And I go in and I just add sparkles all around it, and it kind of hides it, guys. In areas that really have it, I make sure I put a plenty in there. And go in between. It's a frosty day, guys, that's all. And it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. And then tomorrow, once it's completely dry, I iron it. And I'll show you that tomorrow. iron with a heat press. This is just adding a little bit of fun and sparkle. Now you only do this on paper, guys. Don't do this on your canvas. It'll give it a really funny look, especially with the plaster that we put down, or not plaster, I only do this on paper. And it doesn't matter what, you know, you're just basically covering up those little areas that maybe had a fun mess. Our fingers like to get messes, guys. Wow, am I hungry? My stomach is just growling. I hope you guys don't ever hear my stomach growling, man. It gets hungry. And usually one coat is about all you really need. And if you do get a whole lot of fingerprints on yours, which happens, as you see, I've been doing spackling for years. Don't forget you have other stickers and things that you can add that are seasonable as well. So don't be scared not to use any of that. Perfect. Perfect way to cover up little errors for spackling. Maybe not for everything. Now I didn't do the inside of the hat because I want that to kind of show around that. But on paper, you pretty much can do whatever. I'm just making a sparkle paper out of it. Now you could have used sparkle paper to begin with, friends, but it's harder to do. I've done many sparkle paper spacklings, and you really got to be careful. I have just this corner to do. Not to touch, but get inside those little areas. And I'm using my worst brush. It's something there. So here is what it will look like, and it will sparkle up tomorrow. You know, we might have to put a little snowflake sticker here. Maybe one over here, maybe one in the corner, maybe one up here, and maybe not. We'll see once it dries how much it sticks out. But super cute. So we did that picture. We did our canvas. It says let it snow, and it has the snowflakes on it. We did just plain let it snow with a couple snowflakes on it. And I left that one messy. I want to see what I can do with that. And we did our truck. which is really cute. Blue truck. And like I said, now tomorrow I'll iron this flat. And then I might put make a frame for it or something. I gotta put you safe. Can't be where you were. And paper wrinkles, guys. Can you see? It's wrinkled. You can see where the paste is and stuff. So that's why I iron it. And it usually helps keep it flat. But you don't iron it like for a long period of time. It's a quick down and up type of thing. You can't do it now because you'll mess up your paste. Alright, you're going to have to sit there. So I got my spackling here. And look, guys, I have enough to do my birds very soon. I need to get a big canvas for that. I made 19 bird. Did you guys, some of you have seen my birds. It's a huge stencil. Very huge. I'll go grab it. It's just around the corner. It's a spring one. It's my cherry blossom birds. Some of you have seen them. I'll go get it and I'll show you. Since I'm so dirty, I can go grab it. Hold on. Here it is. Looks like, let's see, do I have it upside right? Where's my birds? This way. Let me put my jacket on. You can't see with my jacket off. This one I get maybe this will help. That's what it looks like. Get the ring off it. It's very pretty. Has approximately 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 sorry, it slid down on me. Like so. It's a really, really pretty stencil. It's been used, I've had it for about 10 years. And I make about 40 of these pictures, of this picture every spring. And I sell them for $50. And they're just beautiful. And it has, it's a 3D with cherry blossoms and beads. And then the spackling underneath done in green and brown. And the birds are usually brown and yellow. I believe they're finches. I don't know. Nobody's ever told me, so I just do them my way. But that's coming up. And I start ahead of time because that's a really hard. You see how dirty my hands are? This is dry. So now you take your hands and you rub them. You don't go put your stuff in water in your sink. These plates, they're done. My sticks, they're done. I don't reuse them. I don't worry about that little bit. Stick them down in that. I take my stencils and I wipe them off. Now you gotta be careful when you wipe off your stencils because again you have like these snowflakes. They're going in every direction. You can use water. I just reuse my paper towels. They're dirty anyway. So you're taking off 99% of it. And be careful not to mess up your transfer, your stencil, because you might want to reuse them one day. I reuse mine until they completely break. Now this one I just showed you of the birds has been broke 5 times, where I had to remelt my plastic together with using another plastic and a heat press and pushing it down real quick. Crap happens. That's all I can say. When you craft, this is real-time crafting, guys. If you're on YouTube, I hope you please like and subscribe to my page. That would be really good. If you are not on YouTube and you're on Facebook, please like and follow my page. I would appreciate it. Definitely helps me grow. I will just show you something. I just spackled my board. So now I'm going to scoop that off. And this is very messy. You go through paper towels galore. No doubt. I go through, use your roll every time I spackle. It's very messy. But none of this you want in your sink. You'll have lots of issues. You can see how nice it just cleans up. Oh, got you kind of in the air, don't I? I'm sorry. All right, so now we cleaned off that side. Let's clean off this side. I'm going to spray this side. This side dried. They all dried. I didn't spray them. I just use water for spray, guys. You can soak them. They're not, you don't have to worry about screens or anything like that, like you do on your transfers. But you just clean them off. Now this is just about ready to go in some water. And I didn't bring any water, so I'm gonna, after I get this mainly wiped off, I'll jump off, and then I'll put these in a tub of water, and that water will be dripped off and dumped outside in my little special area that I dump all my spackling water. And you just keep cleaning until it comes off, and it doesn't come off like chalk paint, guys. It's very different. Similar product, but different. You're working more with cement. And there you go. You just keep cleaning it off until it's nice and clean and ready to use again. Now, super cool. Well, I hope you had fun with this. I hope you like it. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. And let's see, tomorrow, Saturday. No, today's Saturday. Tomorrow should be a normal day. How about that? A normal day. And then Monday, I will be on later on Monday, and then we're back to normal schedule completely. So, everyone have a good night. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now. Thanks, everybody.